That makes me angry. A Golden Book by Anthony Best, illustrated by Tom Cook. A Sesame Street Growing Up book. That makes me angry. That makes me angry. A Sesame Street Golden Press book. Published by Western Publishing Company, Incorporated, in conjunction with Children's Television Workshop. One morning, Ernie looked out the window and wondered what to do that day. Bert settled into a chair with his new book, Famous Pigeons. Ernie watched some leaves and bits of paper dancing and swirling along Sesame Street. "Bert," he said suddenly, "guess what?" Then, instead of letting Bert guess, he told him, "It's windy, Bert. It's a good day to go to the park and fly a kite." "That's nice, Ernie," said Bert. He was just enjoying his book. But Ernie leaned over the top of Famous Pigeons and said, "I'll go buy a kite, Bert. You fix us a picnic lunch for us, okay, Bert?" It wasn't okay with Bert. Not at first. He wasn't fond of picnics on windy days. He was happy sitting and reading. But he began to think what fun it would be to watch a kite swoop and glide high in the air while he and Ernie held on tightly to the string and munched on sandwiches and apples. "Well," he said at last, "okay, Ernie." "Swell, Bert," said Ernie. "Meet me at the big statue in the park with our lunch." "All right, Ernie. The big statue is—" Bert was going to say fine, but Ernie had already slammed the door and was on his way. Ernie chose an orange kite at the toy store and ran with it to the park. He sat down under a big statue of a boy and a girl on a horse and began to put the kite together. "Bert will love this kite," he said to himself. "Orange is his favorite color." Meanwhile, Bert made 2 peanut butter and banana sandwiches, Ernie's favorite. He put them in his lunchbox with 2 apples and 2 cartons of milk and set off to meet Ernie in the park. He sat down under a big statue of Mother Goose. "I hope Ernie gets here soon with the kite," he thought. But Ernie didn't get there soon. He was sitting beside the big statue of a boy and a girl on a horse, waiting for Bert. "Where's my old buddy Bert?" he wondered. He should have been here by now. Before long, Bert was wondering the same thing about Ernie. Where can that Ernie be, he thought. He really should have been here by now. Ernie waited and waited. He was getting restless. "I wish Bert would hurry," he said. "We're wasting all the wind." It seemed to Bert that he had been waiting for hours. "This is ridiculous," he said. "I could have been sitting at home all this time reading my new book." Suddenly, Ernie remembered that he had left Bert happily reading Famous Pigeons. "I'll bet I know what happened to Bert," he said. "He's reading his silly book and has forgotten all about our picnic and flying a kite with me. Oh, that makes me angry." By now, Bert had an idea about what had become of Ernie. "This is just like Ernie," he said. "He found something else to do and forgot all about buying a kite. He probably met Prairie Dawn and went off to play catch or jacks. That really makes me angry." So Ernie and Bert gave up waiting for each other and trudged home. Bert got home first. He shoved the lunchbox into the refrigerator and plopped down in his chair with Famous Pigeons. Before he could turn one 1 page, the door flew open and there was Ernie. I'm very angry with you, Bert, yelled Ernie. I'm very angry with you, Ernie, yelled Bert. Ernie and Bert stared at each other. Why are you angry with me? Bert asked, amazed. Because you forgot all about having a picnic lunch and flying a kite with me. That's why, answered Ernie. But that's why I was angry with you, said Bert. Then Bert ran to the refrigerator and got the lunchbox to show Ernie. Ernie pulled the kite in the door to show Bert. See, said Ernie, I didn't forget. I got this kite in your favorite color and waited at the big statue of the horse. And I made your favorite sandwiches and waited at the big statue of Mother Goose, said Bert. Oops, said Ernie. We did forget something, Bert. Right, said Bert. We forgot that there are two big statues in the park. They both began to laugh. Then Bert looked out the window. There's still time to fly a kite, Ernie, he said. Come on, Bert, said Ernie. Let's go. Back in the park, Ernie and Bert munched sandwiches and apples while they held the string and watched the kite swoop and glide high in the sky. See, Bert, isn't this fun? Asked Ernie. Yes, Ernie. We're not angry anymore. The end. Parents trust Sesame Street to help guide their children through important learning experiences. With understanding, reassurance, and humor, Sesame Street Growing Up books present stories about the challenges children face in growing up. That makes me angry. A Sesame Street Growing Up book, a golden book, by Anthony Best, illustrated by Tom Cook.